So we're practicing retirement. No, we're not. We're just enjoying the vacation.
And it's been very nice. Very, very nice. We've laughed, we've joked, we've had a lot of fun like we used to down here when it was just the two of us. And we know we have a reality to go back to with the kids and everything, but this really, really helped in order for me especially to go back and have a different outlook or a fresher approach to dealing with 4-year-old twin girls.
Being 61 years old.
Yes, and being 61, which I just turned 60. Yeah, so it's definitely been an enlightenment in your life when you're in your 60s and you take care of children that were practically newborn when we got them, off and on at that point, and then from the time they were 1, we've had them pretty much full custody. So going through the foster part first, we knew we were going to end up with them, and it just progressed from that point on, and I'm not unhappy about it by any means. I'm very, very pleased. They're my grandchildren. I would not want them in the system. So yeah, it's just been a different experience, and you just have to adapt to it. And as we look around here while we're on our trip, we have noticed that we're not alone by any means. There are so many older parents or grandparents that are taking care of little ones, toddlers, even teenagers. And it's just something you can pick up on too, because if you think that I'm just saying that, you know when you can tell another couple is taking care of those kids permanently versus just being grandma or grandpa. And it's not unusual in this world anymore. There's so many broken families and different things, and you know, people always tell us, oh, thank God those girls have you and so forth. And sometimes you get almost tired of hearing it because you're like, yeah, right, okay. But it's true, you know. If they didn't have us, they would have had nobody, and I would not know them. And I know that feeling. So, but back to vacation. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. We're on the deck here, which we're gonna miss. Mark's gonna walk out the window at home and fall to the ground thinking we have a deck.
We're overlooking the lake, and this is our first time alone, really, since we took them on full time, right?
Yeah, for 3 years, this is our first alone time.
I mean, we really don't even have an established babysitter that we can rely on. We don't get to go on date nights and that kind of thing, you know. So thanks to our Sandie's sister Mary, Bill, thank you very much.
Yeah,
this has been something we didn't even realize how important we needed this, you know, how badly we needed this. But this is our last day at Disney Springs, or last day at Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, we leave early in the morning, head to Savannah. But what's been nice too about this is you never realize how much sleep you need. You really don't. You don't realize how much sleep you really need until you're on a vacation like this. I've been sleeping straight through until 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and that is not me at all. I'm usually up 3 or 4 times during the night with the girls, crawling in bed with me, trying to get comfortable, being kicked in the back, all that type of stuff. And that's back, you know, basically every single night.
But we are partying until 1 in the morning now. By 9 o'clock at night, the lights are out.
We're in the room, you know. But it's a relaxing though, because we can sit here on the deck and have a cup of coffee in the evening and just watch all the lights across the lake because it's Saratoga Springs. And they really gave us a nice room this time. I asked them, because you can ask them when you first check in if you can request a room of what you would prefer. And we requested the lake view, and what's really nice is not only do we have the lake, we have the wraparound here to the river. So we are surrounded by water, but what comes with that is the birds that you hear in the background, because that's where they live, in all these trees. And You get the yapping and the squeaking and the squawking, but it's so calming at the same time, at least for me. I know Mark kind of makes a comment about that bird.
There's one particular bird, and we found out yesterday it's called a limpkin.
But
it looks like a crane almost.
like a
Maybe it is
small
crane.
black crane with white speckles on their wings.
And when I'm editing this video, I'll put its audio on here, the sound of it, because I don't hear it right now, but you have to hear it. It's supposed to be one of the loudest birds in Florida.
We believe it. They sound like a baby screaming, because the first night we were here and I heard it, it went quite long into the night. It wasn't like something that it finally went to sleep. But we know it's mating season for them as well, because we caught them yesterday trying to fight over a female, which is really interesting. But there he is. If you can hear that, it sounds like a kid screaming, that's the bird. And they're right outside our window. And we're on the end of the building, so we have, see that circle behind us right here? That's not glass in there, that is completely open. And then there's one on the other side of our room as we walk out, and then there's one on the staircase. So this whole section right here has got those kind of windows, so we get a lot of noise. We get the boats, we get everything, but again, to me, it's very relaxing because we enjoy sitting here and listening to the sounds of life out here, whether it's the boats or the people or the birds or lightning. Sometimes we've had some lightning storms here. This trip we've had beautiful weather all the way through. 70s and 80s. We've had clouds yesterday, and it did rain slightly while we were getting our breakfast, but it was such a mist you would think you just walked through a fountain or something. It didn't last long, but it did rain the night before. But other than that, no, it's been beautiful. It has been absolutely beautiful, well needed, well appreciated, and what else can I say?
So we're gonna look back on this when we're 70.
I'm gonna look back on this on Monday when I'm back with the girls.
So this is the 1st of March,
So I can,
2024.
yeah, this video is gonna go on my mantle, so I can sit and watch it while I'm letting the girls in the background screaming. And
There's so many people enjoying themselves, older than us too. Like
oh my gosh,
61, like we mentioned before. The couple just walked by. They're probably in their late 70s. Just walking along the sidewalk, and man, they look so
spry.
yeah. I'll show you some of the what we're looking at. We've been so fortunate on our vacations to have this view. Different parts of the resort, but when you're a DVC member with Disney World, there's a section called Congress Park, and this is it here. As you can see, most of the rooms, probably 90% of them, you have a lake view. Some of them on the other side, you'll have a parking lot view, but we have a technique that we've become aware of how we get the rooms that we want.
We don't always get them either. We make our request and they do their best.
We had one not so great room once, or view, but this week, oh my gosh, I can't really look into the sun.
The window, like I was saying.
And here's the window view. That's a bird sanctuary up there. Freaking limpkin. He was squawking till about 3 in the morning. But there's a little, I would guess it's a runoff canal, I'm not sure. But then there's another one, a second one behind it.
It takes you to the other lake on the other side.
Yeah, there is a lake right across the parking lot. Another beautiful lake with a fountain.
It's surrounded by more rooms.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a big nest right there. But so this is where we've been sitting every morning, having our coffee, tending to no one but ourselves. We have like regular boats that go by. I don't know if they're like personal
They're patrol
boats.
boats.
That.
They're river patrol.
Oh. And then there's little aqua boats. I can't remember what they're called now, but they look like little cars. And then there's like little ferry, water taxi, ferry boats, water taxis. Then you have the balloon right back there. Just see it through the tree. And that's just like a plethora of restaurants, entertainment, Disney Springs. It's just a cool place to be. And I love open spaces, so this is perfect. And this resort emulates Saratoga Springs in upstate New York. And I was just telling Sandie, but I realized a couple of years ago there's no palm trees in this resort because you're supposed to be in New York.
And
this is my kind of New York.
And there's no racetrack or casino, we were told by the gentleman who's from Saratoga. We talked to him yesterday at Disney Springs, and he says, I'm actually from New York. And he goes, Saratoga looks just like Saratoga, New York, except that there's no casino and no racetrack, which is horse track. Which I'm glad. They should have horses grazing around here.
These are their test runs in the morning, we kind of figured out. And that boat ride there is about 30 minutes long, and well, the last time we checked, I think it was a year ago, it was like $125 for 30 minutes. But I'll tell you what, they're always running. There's always somebody on it.
Well, it's really cool because the car rolls on wheels. I mean, it's a car. It drives into the lake, and then it turns in the amphibian boat and takes you around the lake, and then you drive back out of the water like a car. So it's pretty cool to kind of, you know.
Yeah, it is cool. We haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet.
White storks. 6 of them flying together.
All kinds of Florida wildlife here. Oh, there's that crane. Stork.
Crane, whatever you want to. I think he's a crane. I don't think it's a stork. The other ones are storks. These white ones.
But right now it's like, well, like I mentioned, it's March 1st. I think it's the 1st. Yeah. It is nice and cool. Yesterday was just a tad warm, but in the evening you had to wear a light jacket. Right now it's just beautiful.
And they never stop working here.
Yeah, yesterday they were pressure washing this sidewalk here. And it looks like that's probably what they're gonna. He's gonna be doing some more. We haven't seen the lawnmower out yet, but it is only March. We're beginning of March.
You can tell there's wheel marks.
Yeah.
And they have cut. Here comes the girl again that does all that running.
I was telling Sandie, I've been on vacations almost every year for quite a while, and never have I jogged or exercised. That's a different girl.
It is different.
Runs like a gazelle. Yeah, I'd say this is
toes. She's gonna have shin splints and she's
professional. Oh yeah, runs on her tippy toes.
Yeah, she's gonna be hurt when she's older.
Oh no, that is the same lady, maybe. I've never seen anybody run like that. On their toes. Well, I'm gonna go get another coffee. It was nice chatting with y'all. And we're gonna walk down this sidewalk here where this lady's jogging, and it goes all the way around to the other side to Disney Springs, and there's a place called Earl of Sandwich, and we were there yesterday for a breakfast sandwich, and we've been there before, but it's not pretentious, you know, like some of the restaurants over there. I mean, I consider it that way. Like some of them, the restaurants we walked by the other night were like, I don't even think I could walk in there. It looks too ritzy for me. And then there'll be casual places like the place that we went into, Deluxe Burger. If you like burgers, check out Deluxe Burger. It was a combination of Angus beef and, what was it, brisket? Oh my God, it was so good. We just went out for a little bite. Dang.
It's good though.
And she ordered beer battered onion rings.
But you know what? There isn't really that much bread.
Oh
It's such a
no.
thin bun.
Looks good. There goes the diet.